Hello, beautifuls of the feed. Welcome to today's reading. I'm going to be doing a reading for you. I hope y'all having a good day today. And let's just get straight into it, eh? Alright. My camera angle's so whack right now. That's a speaker. Good. Alrighty, that's better. What is the general energy today, please, Spirit? That one again. Wow, those two cards are interesting, to say the least. So what I'm getting is that there has been some pain and suffering going on, and I think this person really wants to come in and say sorry for the pain that they've caused you. That's what I'm getting from it today. Sometimes I get it like deceitful, but I feel like that's kind of what's happened, and this has come up a lot lately. Is these two cards, and this is the first one, and then this one came out. So it's emotional pain, and I feel like this person wants to come in. Like there's definitely an energy of someone else. I'm gonna say, let's say, the significant other or the person that you're thinking about right now has caused you significant pain, and they genuinely want to come back in, and they want to apologize for like the deceit or the whatever. And I feel like this happened a while ago, and I think this person might have just been in your life still. And it's been up and down, or it's been very interesting, to say the least, on your side. And I feel like that's still causing you a little bit of, emotional pain. Let's see what else we have here. What flipped over? Did any flip over? I thought one flipped over. It flipped over and went back to the place it was meant to be. Alright, so let's see. Let's carry on with this reading. Let's go with these two. We have the Ace of Cups. So the Ace of Cups definitely like new feelings, intuition, and spirituality. So I do see like this is like new feelings. I feel like you're gonna have new feelings for this person. That I definitely will get that they're gonna come in, and I feel like, I don't know, like I just get this vibe that they want to like make it up to you. And I feel like that doesn't happen sometimes in life. Like people try to make things up to you, but because they already did something, it's really hard to forgive and forget. But like not really forget, because you never forget anything. Anyways, we have that card, and that's why I thought that maybe, there's this intuition feeling that you've definitely got new feelings, and you're stronger than you were ever. That's what I get from that. That's just one card. Okay, so the next one is the King of Pentacles. And that really just goes to show that like there is prosperity, this like generosity. I feel like this person is going to be very generous to you, give you abundance, make you feel abundant. And I feel like they're going to give it in a way that is very loving and caring. Not necessarily monetary, but it could be. I just think this is more of like they're going to give you abundance of what you need. And I think that is the things that you get when you're trying to like heal. So I feel like, and specifically this person feels extremely bad for what they have done in the past. They want to come in and they want to like make it right, and they really care about you. That's what I get from this. I don't really know what else to say. They want to come in and they want to like make things better, and they really do want to do it. They have changed. So the next card that we have here is the Hierophant, and it's definitely revolving around morality, ethics, and traditions. I feel like this person has struggled with things that they were taught in the past, and obviously that changes over time. So this person is essentially trying to conform, as you'd say, or adapt, or um, become a better version of themselves, because that's ultimately what conforming is. You conform to yourself and you become a better person. And I don't like the word conforming or conform, but sometimes you got to conform to be better. Um, don't take me out of context there. I think it's only within yourself. You don't conform to really other people that much, but at the same time, if you do, then it can create a balance. So, anyways, I'm not going to get into that kind of stuff because that word conformity is not really my favorite one, but I think you'll know what I mean. The last card here that we have that came out is the Eight of Pentacles. So it's a dude just like kind of working and stuff. And I feel like that is it 8, 5, 6, 7, 8? It is the 8. So yeah, it's like high standards and like passion and diligence and and those kind of vibes. So I get from all of this is that this person has done a lot of healing and they really want to make things up to you. I will go back to the first two cards and just tell you what they are, because what I get from these ones is a little bit different of what it probably says. So we had the Three of Swords, which is heartbreak, suffering, and grief, which I think is something that you've been experiencing. And the reason why you've been experiencing it is maybe this card. And I think this card represents the other person's actions in the past and what has caused this feeling. And I feel like this feeling has just been there. And as much as you want to get rid of it, I think action will fix it or like heal it, because like healing is, you know, there's lots to healing. So the Seven of Swords is like deception, trickery, and tactics and strategy. So what I get from that one was obviously tactics and strategy. I didn't get the trickery or the deception. I was thinking that this person's really trying to figure out how they can come back in and they can stop you from hurting in the way that they made you hurt, because they don't want to make you feel that way. And I think that they've done like the healing and there's spiritual intuition and there's generosity and there's like the Hierophant. I just really think that this person genuinely is making a change within themselves so that they can do these things, so they can fix the mistakes that they've made, because we're all human at the end of the day. But that's not an excuse for anything really, but it is. We're all human and we all make mistakes, as long as we learn from them. So I think that's what I'm trying to say, is this person is ultimately learning from their mistakes. This clarification for this reading: believe in yourself and have courage to continue. Strength, unshakable force, great success, health, discipline, valor. So what I get from that is like, even though there's been all these hardships and maybe this heartbreak or emotional pain, even it could be physical pain, you never know, in relationships, you have great success in health and discipline, and you're an unshakable force. Is there any other clarification, please? So these cards really, what I want to say in this reading today is that these cards, for me, at least how I interpret them, is these are giving you like a vibe of like what is more depthy in this reading. So like what's going on in the weaved layers to basically to look at. That's kind of what I go by this. I hope that's understandable, because sometimes I even have to try to figure out what I'm trying to say, because I know exactly what I'm doing. It's just it's hard to explain it sometimes. So the Ten of Pentacles upside down, it says problems, insecurity, failure, slothfulness, dullness of mind, and instability. And I feel like this is definitely looking at a trauma of yours. You know, obviously I feel like it's got a lot to do with self-doubt and the like self-sabotage kind of vibe thing. So it's always good to believe in yourself and encourage yourself to continue, instead of allowing failure and slothfulness and like the dullness of the mind and stuff create instability. Interesting. Okay. There you go. The High Priestess. Trust your own counsel first. Yeah. So I feel like you're super aware. Obviously, your intuition's only getting stronger every single day, and I really do believe from this reading so far that you, the person that I'm doing the reading for, is a very, very, very wonderful person. So we have the Lovers upside down, which is really interesting, because I read these ones upside down and right way up. But this one just says frustration, and I'm getting like this feeling of frustration because I feel like you have been very lonely, or like you've been very just in solitude lately, and you've wanted to see people, or you've wanted to like, do social things and get your social need met, but you feel like you haven't. And that's what I get from this one, is that I think that this person that this reading is about, your significant other or the person that you're thinking about, I feel like you feel frustrated because there is a separation. And I feel like they're failing, you think that they're failing to meet the test that you've kind of put there. And something you've realized is that maybe they overcommitted, or they are just avoiding the choice of like coming to see you. But at the same time, I really do believe that there is a difference between intuition and your mind. And your mind will tell you things that are insanely crazy and over the top and will spiral you into this pit of negativity. And if you go with your divine intuition, the thing that's under all of those layers, then if you figure that out and you can find out the voice of the divine intuition in your mind, then you don't need to feel frustrated. You won't feel separated, and you won't feel like they're failing to meet the test, because they're not the ones that need to be meeting the test, or you know what I mean? Like it's like not really your choice, and to go with the flow is to be better than resisting the flow of things. So maybe if there's a little bit of separation, it's meant to be that way. So don't overthink. And basically, if you can do the opposite of this card, then you can flip it around and you would end up being inspired, motivated, with beauty, action, commitment, and unity. So I really think that's got a lot to do with the mind and not the intuition. You got to figure out, you got to weed out all those things that are coming from the mind, and instead just listen to your intuition, because your intuition will tell you to calm down if you're freaking out, and it will tell you to like take a breath and different things like that. Well, at least that's what mine tells me to do when I'm upset. It literally tells me to calm down, Benji. Like sometimes I will specifically speak the intuitive words. Obviously I do that now, but I speak the intuitive words sometimes when I'm like on my own and I'm like getting frustrated. I'll be like, calm down, Benji. It's kind of weird because I'm just talking to myself, but not really. It's my intuition. It's the divine intuition talking to me, telling me to calm down. And I think that's kind of cute, so I like it. Our last card here is the Nine of Swords. So worrying changes nothing. We've kind of been talking about that in a sense of going with the flow instead of resisting everything. So it does seem like you are very anxious at the moment and feeling of hopelessness and things like that. And what I get from all of this is that like those words and those energies are, in my opinion, demons. So I would suggest that you do some like shadow work and work on those things so that you can lift them. And it's something about like embracing a demon that you kind of have to do. You can't be afraid of it. You have to embrace it and tell it that you love it, and give all of the things to that demon that it has never had and never experienced. So if you're anxious, it's very interesting. If you're feeling hopeless and like anxious and stuff like that, then you got to figure out why and where the anxiety came from, and basically you got to nourish that thing until the demon pops off. Um, I don't know what I'm saying, but like, if you understand what I'm saying, you understand. So basically, it does seem like you're the type of person to attract these things, but I don't think it's because you're a bad person or a bad energy. I just think that you're more susceptible because you're more empathetic and you're more in tune or more open or more vulnerable spiritually to these things. So I would suggest that you look at spirit or shadow work, which is subconscious work. We'll do some shadow cards today just because this reading has come up with it. Oh, excuse me. I do want to do one more thing. I want to do the hidden heart secrets of the person that you're thinking about right now. And then we'll go into the shadows. Karma. Consequences, cause and effect, debts. So what I get from that is that there is that obviously the thing that person did, right, to you in the past, or how they've hurt you, and it was, you know, that happened. And I just feel like there is a cause and effect. Obviously they did that and you went through it with modesty, and I feel like that's what I'm getting from this. And I feel like weirdly karma always has like a thing where they like she makes you like pay your debt. So I do feel like this person has paid their debt or they are paying it, and that's why there is distance, confessions, coming clean messages, and unveiling. So that's very interesting. This person wants to talk to you, and I think I've gathered that they want to talk to you from the beginning. They just want to be open with you and tell you everything. And I can imagine that they have probably said that you scare them, but not in a weird like physical way. They just like you intellectually. I can't even say the word intellectually. I've never said that word before. Anyways, you know what I'm saying. Oh no, I lost it. Intellectually, they're scared of you intellectually. I can't say that word. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say. I've never come across a word I can't say. I feel so shame. Anyway, they want to just like come clean, and you know they want to be honest with you and brave, and I feel like this person, or at least this energy that I get that is on the other side, is just very strong. They're very strong, stubborn, but very kind, loving, and like weirdly empathetic underneath the surface. They may come across like they don't have any emotion or something. The star signs I'm getting are like Aries and like Capricorn. So that's something. Oh, okay. So they've been thinking about the fact that you two are like so different, and they think that you're like incompatible, or you know that you would clash. So I think that this card conflict doesn't mean that there is going to be conflicts, because I can see that there hasn't been conflicts in this relationship. It's just there is such a difference in maybe age or lifestyle, maybe not lifestyle, maybe just, you know, like it could be age. Weirdly getting age. There's such a big age difference that it could cause some clashing and incompatibilities. And I don't think it would be for the person. It feels like that this would manifest on the outside of the relationship from like friends and people looking inward. This person feels conflicted, and That's what I was kind of thinking just then. They have decisions to make. Like they gotta decide. They feel like you feel like they're always hot and cold, but like they are hot and cold. They feel hot and cold, and I think they even know that. They know that they feel that way, and they feel like they have multiple choices. Um, I'm not gonna say that there is anything here that is suggesting that there is a third party. But if anything, there could be a third party, and it would be feminine. It would be a female, and that's just because the divine feminine came out. But and other than that, if I were to read it in a different way, I would see that. You know what? I don't see it in a different way because of the next card after it: divine, feminine, and then curse. So there is a female that's putting thoughts or witchcraft or creating a negative mind for this person about you and about the situation that you're in. Why is it? I don't want to say it, but why is it always chicks, bro? They're always putting magic and spells and dark magic and voodoo and shit on people. Anyways, I'm not criticizing. I just noticed that it's very common for females to be doing that to others, or making it public and doing it publicly. All right, let's see what else we've got here. Thinking that they're desiring you, craving you, and missing you. I really do believe that, like, as much as all of this other stuff's going on, this person loves you. This person knows it. This person, as much as all of these other things are happening, and I think their karma might be this person coming into their life trying to ruin it for them. I really don't know, but that's what I get from this. Let's do a couple more hidden heart secrets and we'll move to the shadows. And we'll go to the shadow realm. Oh, that's too many. Yeah. It's like too many. But it's okay, we'll just do these ones and then we'll move on. So we have lusting, forbidden, non-committal sexual energy. So I do really feel like this is like how they feel. They feel like the relationship you guys have is forbidden. So I'm definitely getting this age thing. It's definitely like a traditional thing. If you go back to like the Hierophant, it's like traditions and ethics. So I feel like it's definitely an age thing. I don't know what else it would be. Foundation, established family and security. I feel like that's what they have. Like they're older, and I feel like they have like a situation that they don't want to essentially leave because, like they've already established the security and like they have family and they, it's just really interesting because from what I get from all of this is they truly want you so badly and they just wish they could just be with you, but there are so many universal things that are just stopping them from being with you completely in that way right now, because the next card that's coming up is commitment, and hidden in their heart, which is interesting, they want to promise you happiness, and they want to be with you, they want to make you happy and be your companion in marriage. They want to marry you, they want to be yours, and they want you to be theirs. And there's all this other stuff that's going on, which makes it extremely hard in this modern world that we live in. Let's see what else we have here. Bitterness, resentment, anger, and hateful words. So it seems like you, the person that I'm doing a reading of, have said some really nasty things in the past, just like other people have. And I'm not criticizing you for anything, I'm just saying I feel like this person could resent you a little bit for the things that you have said to them in the past. You've probably said some really hurtful things. Like we all have, like I can admit I've said some hurtful things in certain situations, but it's like a reactive thing. But that's also abuse. So it's weird that I'm getting the thought of they resent the anger they had for you for the hurtful words, and not the other way. Like that's the exact wording that I'm getting. They resent the anger they had for you for your hurtful words that they gave them. Okay, their hurtful words that they took from you were actually you telling them the truth and being blunt and straightforward about it. I don't think what I said before, I really just, this came over me. So I really do think they resent the anger for the hurtful words that you said to them, because they've they saw them as hurtful because they've never been spoken to maybe like that before, or they've never had someone stand up to them in that way and like hold their boundaries against them. Um, so very interesting. This person's holding on, obsessing, and spying. So it's weird, like clinging. They might be like checking up on you on social media, or that's what I get from that. And it says one day, so like they want this, and I don't think it'll be today when it comes to like the full commitment, because that's what they want. They want commitment. They want you. They feel conflicted. There's just like someone in their life that's like creating negative mind for them. There's a whole lot of stuff going on. I do also believe that back here there's a lot of pain going on their side and your side. So one day, someday, somewhere, another time. Um, the next one is the one that's really telling for me, is that this person is straight up the same soul as you. And I think if we go to the conflicted one back here, and conflict and twin flames just seem really together for me, because the twin flame is basically the two sides of a soul, and essentially they would have differences and they would clash, and people would think that there's like an incompatible element to being the complete opposite. But the twin flame aspect of it is you're reflecting, and you've got shared feelings, and you're just mirroring. So at the same time, you're like complete opposites as people. Your personalities are completely different, but you'll like mirror each other and reflect each other with shared feelings. So I think if you have this thing where you know this person isn't having a great time, and you just generally feel bad, but you're not thinking about it, your energy feels a bit lower, then I think a twin flame connection is definitely something that could possibly be happening. And obviously the last one is obviously, I love how I say obviously, it's realizations, and it's epiphanies, understandings, and awakenings. So I really think that's what's happening here today in this reading. Let's go to the shadows and see how we go. And I'll end this reading super soon. The void. Yeah, it's been very lonely in the void, hasn't it? I also think that the void has got lots to do with the holes in your aura that demons can go through to, attach themselves to you. So I would say healing the void is something that's really good. That's what I get from that. Versatility. So I'll show you then. The void. And then versatility is just like a weed leaf. How fun is that? So versatility is like weirdly giving me like healing vibes. And it's like being versatile and going with the flow, rather than being so I can't do that. I'm not saying to do anything dangerous and put yourself in dangerous situations. I'm saying, like, if someone asks you to go out for lunch or something and normally you don't go out, maybe just say, okay, that sounds nice, I'd love that. Just do something different, be versatile. That's what I get from that. The revolutionary, I feel like that's something that's coming from the fact that you're super unique. That's all I'm getting from that one. The revolutionary. It's because you're super unique. And no more cards are coming out. I think that's pretty much it. And we have one more, because it was going to come out. It's Reflect. So, interesting. I've never seen a reading like this from this little one. We have the void, and then we have versatility, the revolutionary, and reflect. So I feel like it's kind of saying, like, there's voids, and you gotta like not fill them up with like addiction and stuff, because like I don't know how to explain it. So an addiction is essentially, I'm gonna call it a demon, because it like kind of latches onto you, and you lose the will of free will. So it like can create these little spots on your aura, and they're like dark spots or like empty holes, and that's like how the demons can attach to you. So, and then like continue on with the cycle. So this void card is really giving me that like this is the thing that needs to be fixed. Like there's like a hole in my aura here, and it's to do with my trauma from when I was a kid or whatever. And if you figure those things out and you know them for yourself, then you can heal those things through versatility. And I think that is like through being, letting go. Um, and then like you'll become like the revolutionary in a way, because your voice will become very powerful, and you'll know how to say things the right way, and you won't get angry, and you'll start being a stronger, more powerful, true you, um, higher self, as you would say. And then obviously that comes with reflection. So I feel like that's a good way to do like a healing process, is find the void, find the trauma, smoke some weed. I really don't know if that's what it says, but like versatility, like just do something fun, like go with the flow. That's what I get from that. Please don't take my advice like when I said smoke some weed, but like I don't actually mean that. I just thought it was funny because it's a weed leaf. And the revolutionary, yeah. So there you go. There you have it. I'm gonna do one more card from Gaia, and then I'm going. This is a long reading today. Couldn't stop talking. Hey Gaia, do you have a message for all of the viewers out there today that can give us some resonance with this reading? Goddess of creation, transformation, creativity, and wholeness. Sacred Earth Mother, a message of love. Winter's end. Regeneration, rebirth, and positive outcome. The Nine of Hearts, fulfillment, harmony, and protection. And Eternal Dance, movement, wheel of life, path of least resistance. So yeah, like go with the flow. It does really seem like things are working out and are getting the right the right direction for you. The universe really loves you and wants to make your life abundant and full of things. And I just think, there's this thing where duality. You go to work with something to get something back, and it's not a transaction, but it is weirdly a transaction with the universe. If you do what the universe wants you to do, then it will give you the abundance that you deserve. So, with saying that, if you get to the end here, write in the comments, I am abundance. I am abundance, and I'll see you in the next reading. Okay, bye bye.